Hello students, today we are going to see exercise 5.5 question number 10. Points A and B are 10 km apart and it is determined from the sound of an explosion heard at those points at different times that the location of the explosion is 6 km closer to A than B. Show that the location of the explosion is restricted to a particular curve and find an equation of it. So here 2 points A and B. Let us take this point as A and this as B. Points A and B are 10 km apart. The distance between these two places is 10 km. And it is determined by the sound of explosion heard at those points. So the explosion takes place at a particular point P. The explosion takes place at this point P. The sounds of explosion are heard at A and B. And it is given from the sound of explosion heard at those points at different times. The location of explosion is 6 km closer to A than B. That is, this is the location of explosion. That is, this is a point where the explosion takes place. So from here, this distance is 6 km closer to A than B. That means this is not that AP is 6. The point P is closer to A than B by 6 km. The point P is closer to A than B by 6 km. That is, PA is 6 km less than PB. That means if suppose PB is 20, PA will be 14. There is 6 km less. The distance PA is 6 km less than PB. That's what is given. It is 6 km closer. This point P is 6 km closer to A than B. So this explosion takes place at different times. So suppose at 1 o'clock the explosion, the point P is here. This distance is 20 and this is 14. The difference is 6. That's what is given. And at 2 o'clock, then the point P would have moved here. This distance is 80. Now the point P1 is here. The point P has moved to this location P1. The difference is the same. That means if this is 18 now, if this P1, this is 18, this will be 6 less than. So this will be now 12. This distance will be now 12. This will be 12. Suppose if it moves to this point, if this is 10, this will be 4. The difference is the same. It's PA minus PB or PB minus PA is the same. PB minus PA is equal to 6 always. Point P is moving. That means the explosion takes place at different times. Point P is not fixed. The explosion is not taking place at the point P. It is moving. At 1 o'clock it is at P. At 2 o'clock it is at P1. At 3 o'clock it is at P2. So when it changes, this distances will change, but the difference is not changing. Understood? So the distance is changing. That is the distance between PA and PB is changing, but the difference between the distances is the same. So difference PB minus PA is equal to 6. Point P is moving. It is forming a curve. The locus is a curve. Locus means the path. The word locus means the path. The path is the curve. Now this curve, a particular curve, let us see what curve it is. So now in this we can see the point A and this is the point B. The distance between A and B is 10 kilometers. Now there is a point P. The explosion is taking place at this point P at time T. Maybe at 1 o'clock the explosion takes place at this point P. This point P is moving. 1 o'clock the point P is here. At 2 o'clock the point P is somewhere here. But there is a difference between these two distances. The difference between, that means PB minus PA is equal to 6. Here when the point P is here, the distance PB is 10.8 and PA is 4.8. The difference is 6. So now the point P is moving in such a way that this difference is a constant. Constant means it will not change. So this distance is not going to change, but the point P is moving. Let us see now. So the point P has moved here. Now the difference is the same. You can see that PB is 9.4 and PA is 3.4. The difference between these two distances is 6. It is not changed. So just observe the path traced by the point P. Observe the locus of the point P. It is a curve. So now at a particular time the point P is here. So PA is 2.4 and PB is 8.4. The difference is the same. The difference is not changed. So it is moving with that condition that this difference should not change. The difference is a constant. So let us see the curve traced by the point. It is a curve. So you can see that the curve traced is nothing but a hyperbola. And you can see the mirror image here. The point P is here. The mirror image of the point P is here, P1. So P1 also you can see P1A is equal to 10.7, P1B is 4.7. The difference is the same. The difference is the same. Only thing P1A is more and P1B is less. So the difference is the same. The curve that comes out, the locus of this point P is a hyperbola. So the main property of the hyperbola is this difference, that is two fixed points A and B are given. A point P is moving such a way that these difference PA minus PB is equal to a constant. So this point, a fixed points, we call it as the foci, focus of the hyperbola. This fixed point is called as the focus. So A and B are called as the foci. We should know the properties of hyperbola. Suppose if you take a point P on the hyperbola and this is the fixed point A and B, we call it as F1 and F2. The absolute difference of the focal distances of, these are the two foci. P is any point on the hyperbola. The difference, that is PF1 minus PF2, is the absolute difference, means the modulus. You are taking the modulus here. Modulus you are taking because it will change the negative to positive. Suppose the difference is negative, you can write it as the positive. Absolute difference of the focal distances of any point on the hyperbola is a constant, and that constant is equal to the length of the transverse axis. So the transverse axis is, if you call these are the vertex, these two are the vertices. The distance between these two vertices, VV dash, is called as the length of the transverse axis. Is the length of the transverse axis. This is the standard form of the hyperbola. Square by y square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. This VV dash is equal to 2a. That is the length of the transverse axis. So the k is equal to 2a. So this concept you should know. The difference between the focal distances of any point of the hyperbola is equal to 2a. So this concept we are going to use in this problem. Then the distance between the two foci, that is F1, F2, the distance between the two foci, F1, F2 is equal to 2ae, where e is the eccentricity of the hyperbola. So this is also one important property. F1, F2 is equal to 2ae and this distance is equal to 2a. We are going to use these concepts here. This is F1 and this is F2, the foci. So PF1 minus PF2, the absolute difference, is equal to 2a. So we are replacing this by B as F2 minus PF1. A is F1 is equal to 6. We are writing the modulus here. So you can write PF2 minus PF1 or you can write PF1 minus PF2 is equal to 6. That is nothing but according to the property, that is 2a. So 2a is equal to 6. So a is equal to 3. The absolute difference is equal to 2a, length of the transverse axis. So that is equal to 2a. 2a that is equal to 6 because the difference is 6 here. So we got a. Now you know f1, f2, the distance between the two foci, f1, f2 is 2ae. So that is also given. The distance between the two foci is 10 because the distance between the two fixed points is given as 10. The two fixed points becomes the two foci. So 2ae is equal to 10. You substitute for a as 3. 2 into 3 into e is equal to 10. So e is equal to 5 by 3. The curve is hyperbola that you have found now. And you can also see e is greater than 1 means the curve is a hyperbola. Only for hyperbola, eccentricity will be greater than 1. So we have found the curve. We are going to find the equation of the curve now. So how do you find the equation of the curve? So we have found this. So 2a is equal to this. We are going to find, we need a. Already we got a. We want to find b. So b square is equal to a square e square minus a square. This is the formula to find b square. B square is a square e square minus a square. So it is equal to ae. We got ae is equal to 5. So ae is equal to 5. So substitute that 5 here. A square e square is ae is equal to 5. So a square e square is 25 minus a square. A is 3, a square is 9. So we get 16. As per the property, the locus is a hyperbola with the center at 0, 0. Center we are taking it as 0, 0. The equation is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. So x square by 9 minus y square by 16 is equal to 1. This is the equation of the hyperbola. The denominator of y is greater. So we found this hyperbola's equation is like this. This is the second type. The transverse axis is along the y-axis. First type is like this. This is the first type. The denominator of x will be greater here. But here the denominator of y is greater we are getting. So that means this is the second type. Thank you.